So now we are going to be talking about stacks. So in the previous lesson, we discussed queues. So stacks work by the principle of last in, first out, last in, first out, last in, first, F-I-R-S-T out, and it's called LIFO. So basically, whatever item entered last into the queue, so assuming we are putting in items in the queue, so we put the first item here, we put the second item, we put the third item, so we are putting item in on top the queue here, right? So we are putting an item. So the last item that was put is this one. Meaning that if we are also taking out an item, we're also taking this one. So basically we have no business with the tail. There's no head or tail. We simply need the top of the queue. Okay. So many of the things we are going to be using in our queue class is going to borrow from the stack class. So I'm going to copy all of this and I'm going to use it to build a new class. So let's go to new. I'm going to create a new class and I'm going to call it stack. Okay, so I'm going to. All right, so permit me to replace Control V, replace everything. But now I'm going to say stack. Say queue. Okay. 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 So now we don't need head or tail. So let's take out this. But maybe we'll just take out almost everything. So let's just leave this is empty, and let's leave this. This I'm going to leave it as well. And now to add an item is called push. To remove an item is called pop. So it's called pop. All right. So why is this in here? Okay. What's happening? Undo. Undo. All right. So this is actually queue. I'm going to save. Okay, so I'm going to just take out this import line. Public class queue. So it's actually stack. Perfect. So there are no errors left in this code. So so the first part in the case of the node is about the same thing. We have data and we have pointer to the next, and we have the same constructor, and that is fine. So now we should have, instead of having head, we have top, right? Boolean is empty, and we are going to. So I'm going to just copy the same is empty code from stack. So this is the same is empty code. I also told you about the single line code, the single line to use to implement this. So just change it to top. So if top is null, return true. Else return false. Okay. So what nice? Let's now write the peak. So the peak is simply trying to return the first item in the queue. So what we are going to simply do is return node dot top dot data. Okay. Okay. So the next thing is push. So we are trying to put in an item into the queue. So that is the next thing we are going to write. So the first thing we want to do is to create a new node using the data that is passed in. So we are going to say node is equal to new node given the data, and we are just going to say node dot next equal to top. So we are simply putting. So I'm going to illustrate what we are doing right now. Let me see if I can get my pen. Okay, so what we are doing here, when we say node.next is equal to top, take blue. So we are saying that assuming this is the top, we are simply creating a new node here and then saying node.next is equal to top. So this was the old top and this is the new top, which is the node that we just created. Okay. And then node.next is equal to top, and then we are going to say top is equal to nodes. Right. So the next thing we are going to write is pop. So pop simply takes out whatever is on top of the queue or is on top of the stack and just returns it. So pop returns an item. So we are going to say int data is equal to top dot data, and then we are going to say top now is equal to top dot next. So set the top to the next item in the line and simply return the data. Right. So perfect. So this is how to implement the stack data structure. It's a very interesting data structure to understand and know how it works. So what I'm going to recommend, we're having an error here. So what I'm going to recommend for you is to write a main method and actually test out this stack data structure and make sure you understand how it works. I'm going to thank you for viewing. Remember to subscribe to my channel if you've not subscribed, and also leave me a comment to let me know if this has been informative for you.